Hello, everybody. How is everybody doing today on EGTV? We're going to be discussing a lot of stuff. We're going to be talking about Darwin Nunez and a possible move to the Premier League. Which club could he be ending in? Which club could be his preferred club? We're also going to be talking about this Granit Xhaka interview that if you guys haven't seen it, I highly suggest you go see it. It was done by the Player Tribune. It was done a one-on-one interview with Granit Xhaka discussing his time at Arsenal, the situation at versus Crystal Palace when he threw the armband, and more. We're going to be talking about Unai Emery getting through with Villarreal. We're going to be talking about some stories around Barcelona and Arsenal. Gabriel Magalhaes supposedly is acquiring some interest from Barcelona. And we are also interested in a person that's currently playing for Barcelona, a young academy player, Riqui Puig. It's not the first time we've been linked to him, and it's not the last. Also, Sokratis has absolutely rinsed Mikel Arteta and ripped into him in a recent interview done with Sky Sports. Sorry, not Sky Sports, The Sun. So we're going to get into that plus more. If you guys want to check out the rest of the topics, there will be timestamps in the description, and you can check that to see what we're going to be discussing. But first things first, let's get into this story with Gabriel Magalhaes and what's going on with Gabriel Magalhaes in his story. So we're going to go there first, right? So let me just 1 second. Let me just pull this up. Give me a second, ladies and gentlemen. Give me a second. We're gonna be doing all the stories today based solely off Twitter, and I'm gonna just pull this up. In the meanwhile, bear with me as I get it ready. I hope everybody's well. If you guys don't know, go follow me on Twitter. My Twitter is EGTV Egal, right? And let me just get this sorted out for you. Hope everybody's well in the comment section. Also, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button while you are here, so we can always stay locked on all the latest Arsenal transfer news and all the latest Arsenal news in general. Do you get me? So yeah. First things first, let's get this show on the road. We're going to be talking about Granit Xhaka afterwards, but first let's just get into this Gabriel Magalhaes news. So if you guys haven't heard, there has been a rumored story that Gabriel Magalhaes could be sold. Yes, the story is from Chris Wheatley. Sorry, not Chris Wheatley, but it came out about I would say 24 hours ago. It came out that Gabriel Magalhaes could be one of the people on the chopping block. So yeah, let's just see what it says. As it says here, Barcelona are interested in signing Gabriel Magalhaes. He's on the top of their list as a left-footed center back. Football London understands that Arsenal are aware of the situation, however, are not expected to entertain any offers. So at this moment in time, it doesn't look like Arsenal would be interested in selling Gabriel Magalhaes. Why would we? Honestly, why would we be interested in selling Gabriel Magalhaes? He is one of our best players. He's one of our best defenders. He on that left side, he's one of our current only left-footed center backs in this team. And as you guys know, Mikel Arteta likes to use that left-footed center back in his team. So I don't think this is going to be anything of note. I don't think we're going to sell Gabriel Magalhaes. I don't think this is going to end up with anything but just paper talk. But it does definitely sound like it is something that Barcelona are seriously interested in. And if Arsenal players start getting their heads turned by these offers, then we're going to have some issues. But at this moment in time, I don't think we will be selling him. I don't think we will have to seriously be worried about him leaving at this moment in time. I think Gabriel Magalhaes is interested in staying at Arsenal. Of course, Barcelona coming, that is a different knock. When you have a Brazilian player, they tend to be drawn to going to play in Spain and these other clubs. So we'll have to wait and see what happens with Gabriel. He recently just had a child, so maybe he wants to get settled in London. I don't think, maybe you don't want to move just after having a newborn. You never know. He might be interested in making the next step in his career. But Barcelona right now, definitely would be interested in signing the player for 33 million. Would Arsenal be interested in selling Gabriel Magalhaes? Probably not. He's a big part of our future. He's currently making a good partnership with him and Ben White. Why would we sell him? Would you guys sell him? Would you sell Ben White? I mean, would you sell Gabriel Magalhaes? Because I would not sell Gabriel Magalhaes. I don't think Gabriel Magalhaes is going anywhere. I don't think we are looking to sell him. I don't think it would be a good idea if we sold him. I don't want to sell him, in my opinion. But let me know what you guys think, because some people have been making rumors that we might be interested in other center backs, and this might be the reason. But it just doesn't make sense. Why would we sell Gabriel Magalhaes just after buying him like 2 seasons ago? And he's been an absolute hit since he's come in. We bought him in 2000 summer, and since he's come in, he's been outstanding. And we got him for a good fee. Why would we sell him at this moment in time? And he's still of a good age. It just makes no sense in selling Gabriel Magalhaes at this moment in time. I think it's other BS. And for me, Saliba and Gabriel Magalhaes cannot go nowhere. They have to be a big part of this team going forward, in my opinion. Egal rejoining the Arteta out, and Arteta join us, Habibi. Men said sell Ben Shite. Nah, that's just rude, man. Loan Gabriel and take back Saliba. Why would we loan Gabriel? Why? Do you think Arsenal are going to get Jonathan David? He's the right option for Arsenal. I think the right option for Arsenal is Ivan Toney, but that is a conversation for another day. Let's talk about the stuff with Granit Xhaka. If you guys have not seen it, you must be living on a rock. So Granit Xhaka had an interview with the Players Tribune. Yes, Granit Xhaka had an interview with the Player Tribune, and this interview was really, really good. I'm not gonna lie, it was a really good interview where he spoke in depth about everything going on over there with him in his mind, how things were from his perspective. He did the interview with the Player Tribune. So let's go through some of these things that he said on the Player Tribune, because I think this was a really good interview, and you guys need to hear some of the stuff that he said in this interview with the Player Tribune. So I'm just gonna play some of it for you guys. I'm gonna play 45 seconds of it, so you guys can see it. If you guys haven't seen it, there's all sorts of stuff on the timeline about it. So here is some of the stuff. It's on YouTube on the Player Tribune website.
That tomorrow, your wife. Come on, man. The most difficult periods of my life.
So as you can see, he was talking about the time at Arsenal and what he thought about the move, how players, how people were getting onto him, how people were getting onto his situation, and he just felt like it was unnecessary for people to be making fun of his family, his wife, his kids, all sorts of other stuff. But we're going to get into everything that he spoke about in this interview. If you haven't watched the interview, it's on the Player Tribune. It's a really, really good in-depth interview discussing everything around Granit Xhaka and what he's been through at his time at Arsenal. Now, I personally am somebody who thinks Granit Xhaka should most likely be replaced, and we can put him on the bench. But after watching this interview, it is a very honest description of what he's gone through. They discussed everything from the situation where he threw his shirt on the floor, to him possibly being sold, to him looking at other options, and actually having a deal on the table for him to leave the club. He clearly stated that Mikel Arteta is the reason why he stayed at the club. He felt like his relationship with the fans has become so toxic where they will never ever recover fully, and the fans at Arsenal and him will never be friends. But he will try his best to be a professional and obviously do what he can on the pitch. He also said his relationship with his father, and how his relationship with his father has been always something where his father never really said to him, you've played a good game, you've had a good game, son, this is that. His father was always tough on him. So that was another thing which was really interesting. It seemed like his home life was something very close to him, and he spoke about how his parents always come to games, how his parents seeing how he was being treated by the fans being something, and he's just making a plea to the Arsenal fans to treat him a little bit better and to understand that he is human. Of course, this is not somebody who obviously he admits he was wrong, but he admits that he was close to leaving. But at the end of the day, this is who he is, and he's not going to change. Like, he admits that he's made mistakes in his past, but not everything that he does is perfect. He wants to improve his relationship with the Arsenal fans. He admits that he came close to leaving after the clash in 2019 with the home fans and cupping his ear and taking his shirt off and everything else. He also spoke about Michael Richards, stating that sometimes it's Arsenal, everything is Arsenal. You know what? It is true. Like, sometimes everyone else, it doesn't happen to them, but the reality is, when it's Arsenal, he feels like Arsenal is being targeted. Other clubs players, they don't get as many yellow cards, and he loved the comments from Michael Richard. Some people are calling for him to be the next captain after this interview, saying he's showing a lot of leadership coming up front. I don't know about that personally myself. I really do question if it would be a good idea to even bring him anywhere near the captaincy at this moment in time. Another thing Granit Xhaka said, sometimes people don't even watch the game before they criticize us. They watch. There was a match that we lost at home. I was injured, so I watched it from the box, and I was still getting messages, "You were shit today." So it just goes to show you that people don't even watch the matches. They still just criticize him. "You were shit. This is that." Even though he doesn't even, those people don't even watch the matches sometimes. It just goes to show you how ridiculous some people are. Some people are saying give Granit Xhaka the captaincy. I don't know about that. Personally, I'm going to do a poll to see what you guys think. Would you even consider giving Granit Xhaka the captaincy next season? Yes or no? I personally would say no, but some people would say yes. I'm seeing a lot of people on social media saying give him the captaincy. So there you go. Also, nobody ever says, he said, nobody ever says to me I'm shit. They never say that. Nobody ever says it to my face. Going online, they say to me, get out of the club. Next time they see me in their face, there's no problem. I promise you. It always takes a positive perspective, and honestly, there's no lies. No, I have no time for lies. So when he interacts with fans face to face, he always says that they give him good feedback. They always are honest with him. They always say you're playing well, this, that. But it's just almost like everyone's fake to his face, and he's like, I can't be a fake person. So he admits that he'll never have a very good relationship with the Arsenal fan base. That's just where he was coming from. But yeah, that's a little bit of everything. Let's see what you guys think in the comment section about this whole situation. Sell Granit Xhaka ASAP, says my guy here. I agree with Xhaka. He's a massive scapegoat, but he has to go. He's got to go. I definitely do think for his own career's sake, he's got to go. And if he goes to Roma or he goes to Italy, I really do believe Granit Xhaka will be a very, very successful player over in Rome. Big up Blaze in the house. Big up Blaze. All this would never have happened if he told I don't know. I think fans were already onto him very, very much so before he even told the fans to F off. I never met Xhaka. I would definitely tell him he's crap generally. Big up Blaze in the house. Yeah, so guys, do me a favor. Continue to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and we're going to just move on from this Granit Xhaka interview. Before we move on from the Granit Xhaka interview, though, there is one more person who had a strange little interview took place yesterday. Sokratis had an interview with the Sun. Yes, Sokratis had an interview with the Sun. I know it's such a strange interview to be had, but Sokratis had an interview with the Sun, and his interview with the Sun, something across the lines where he was speaking about Arteta, and he was speaking about all the stuff with Unai Emery, and he was also speaking about the Aubameyang situation. So let's just look into what he said. Right, I'm gonna get this up for you guys right now so you guys can see what we're talking about. 1 second. Let me just get this up for you guys so you can see what we're talking about. Twitter, boom. So I tweeted this out earlier so I could have it ready for the video. Sokratis told The Sun that Aubameyang is not the only one who is left out this way from Arsenal. Other players have been left out like this, including me. So when he was speaking, he was also including himself. He said he was left out in a similar way, right? Then you also have the situation where he also continued to say that was the team's choice. Each footballer works for the team and has to respect that choice. So he's basically saying that's the football club's choice, but you have to respect it. Then he says, I don't know. Personally, I don't think it was the correct choice. The matter could have been resolved differently. So that's speaking between the Arteta and Aubameyang situation still. I've known Aubameyang for many years. I know what he can do as a footballer, and I'm certain of what he will do at Barcelona. So this is when he was now speaking about what he can do at Barcelona. And he also spoke about wishing him best of luck, and goes on and says, despite the way he left, I wish him well. So he's just speaking about everything else. So when Sokratis is now getting onto Arteta for selling Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, I think it's justified. I think it's very much justified for him to get on to him. I'm doing well, Sheikh. Hope you're well. Ramadan is going well. Thank you. Arteta destroys egos at Arsenal. Good evening. Good evening, Emery, elite manager. We're going to talk about Unai Emery in a very close moment. We're going to be talking about Unai Emery in a moment. But yeah, right now we're still on to the Sokratis and Aubameyang situation. So if you guys know, Sokratis is basically getting into Arteta, and Arteta, the fact that Arteta keeps selling players and having these relationships with players that are falling apart, such as the Guendouzi's, the Aubameyangs, as you can see, it's happening over and over again. So is it Mikel Arteta is doing the best for the club and the best thing for the player also to let them part ways? Or do you think it is personally a Mikel Arteta issue, and that these players would work well under other managers? When Sokratis is speaking about Aubameyang's situation specifically, he's speaking about it as if it's a mistake. Big up my guy, Vizzy in the house. Big up EE, Pedro Neves. Shush, Arteta is a world class. Oh man, you guys in the chat are hilarious. Do me a favor, guys, hit that like button right now, hit that subscribe button. We're on 16 likes at the moment in time. You can definitely do better than that. That's about half of the people watching, so it definitely does help. Keep smashing that like button. Also, Lenny's in the house. Big up, Lenny. How you doing, Lenny? Hope you're well. But yeah, so if you guys don't know, just to give you guys a quick little update, Sokratis got onto Arteta for selling Aubameyang. He blasted him for selling Aubameyang. He thinks it was a mistake, and he knows Aubameyang. He knows his relationship. He knows what he can offer, and he feels like he could have offered Arsenal more, and he felt like it was a disservice selling him at this moment in time. He feels like we shouldn't have sold him. We should have probably given him a better opportunity to continue to play, and you never know. Maybe that would have been an opportunity to do so, but at this moment in time, that is not going to happen. And Arsenal Football Club is currently looking at other options. So that is the situation with that, right? But I'm gonna be honest. I feel like Sokratis is right in the sense that we could have handled the situation a little bit better. But would he have still worked at Arsenal? Aubameyang, I don't know. But we could have definitely handled the situation a little bit better. Maybe he could have stayed until the end of the year, but come the end of the year, maybe Aubameyang would have not gone to Barcelona, and we wouldn't have got him off the books. So is it more valuable to have Aubameyang in your team, or is it more valuable to have him off the books so we can go and sign another striker? Basically, if we do not get Champions League football, selling Aubameyang could have been to our detriment. But at the same time, if we would have signed a replacement for him, then we wouldn't be even speaking about Aubameyang at this moment in time. So I think it's a nothing story, but it's good to see. It's good to hear about these. It's not good to hear about these stories, but it's good to discuss and talk about these things, because obviously these are talking points that we need to discuss. Now, moving on to the next story. Riqui Puig. Yes, Riqui Puig. If you don't know Riqui Puig, I've been talking about him for a long time. So Riqui Puig, if you don't know, Barcelona are interested in signing Gabriel Magalhaes, and they're ready to send Memphis Depay, Neto, or Riqui Puig the other way. That is one of the stories that I'm hearing, right? Another one is Barcelona would be willing to include a buyback clause if they in the deal to sell Riqui Puig. I don't want a buyback clause. If we're gonna get Riqui Puig, we need to take him, and we cannot put a buyback clause in it. We need to get him, and we need to keep him. If you guys don't know who this is, Riqui Puig. Let me tell you a little bit about Riqui Puig. Riqui Puig is a Spanish international. He is 22 years old. He's from the Barcelona academy. He's a midfielder who they've likened to Cesc Fabregas. He has not gotten to play much this season. He's only played 11 games in the league. He's currently wearing the number 6 shirt at Barcelona, so they expected him to be something of good note. I haven't really heard too much about him. Pedri and Gavi have overtaken him as academy graduates that are performing at this moment in time. So he's almost like third in the pecking order when it comes to youngsters and academy graduates. His actual debut season for Barcelona was a couple years back, and he was supposed to be lighting it up for them. But since 2018 till now, he hasn't really done much in the first team. The guys like Gavi and Pedri have overtaken him as prospects and options. So, in my opinion, Riqui Puig is going to have to do a lot to get into that Barcelona team at this moment in time. As you can see, Celta Vigo could make an offer for him, as reported a couple days ago. There was also other rumors about Riqui Puig. There's so much stuff going on about Riqui Puig. But the main things, 6 hours ago, Arsenal are looking at Riqui Puig as one of their options. If Arsenal were to sign the midfielder, he is a quality midfielder, a high prospect. Would he be? And if Barcelona are trying to put a buyback clause in there, it's very bad business. It's a bad deal for Arsenal. Definitely do agree. Makes no sense why you'd put a buyback clause in. We need Brazilians. He's not Brazilian. He is Spanish, my friend. He is Spanish. Riqui Puig is not Brazilian. I can tell you that right now. I can tell you that for free. But yeah, enough about Riqui Puig. Would you take Riqui Puig? If you guys know, I've been speaking about him on this channel for almost a year and a half. Riqui Puig is a quality midfielder. If he comes in, he would be a quality upgrade to some of the squad depth that we currently have. But that's all he would be at this moment in time. He would not be no more than squad depth at this moment in time. Riqui Puig. I don't know if we're gonna actually sign him. That just it sounds like one of those stories that were linked to a player, but I don't think it's anything more than that. I don't think we're actually going to get Riqui Puig. I don't think Riqui Puig is going to come to. I don't think Riqui Puig would turn down and move to Arsenal, but Arsenal would definitely not put a buyback clause in a player such as that ilk. Also, moving on to the next story. Let me just move on to the next story. Let you guys know what the next story is, so you guys can see it. We are linked to former Arsenal midfielder Ozil delivers positive verdict on teammate Arda Guler. If you guys don't know, he's a 17-year-old midfielder who currently plays for Fenerbahce. He is a Turkish international, 17 years old, currently played 9 games this season for them. And rumor has it that Arsenal is linked to the 17-year-old. Would we be interested in buying the 17-year-old? I don't know too much about him, guys. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't know too much about him, but he is a 17-year-old wonder kid who plays over there at Fernandino. I don't know much about him. Apparently, Bayern Munich, Atletico Madrid, Liverpool, all these other clubs have looked at him, but Arsenal are linked to him today. If we could, would we buy him? I don't know. I honestly don't know. But this is Arsenal transfer news, so we're just telling you guys about the stories. Obviously, we don't know if they're going to actually happen or not. So yeah, enough about that transfer target. I don't think that's going to happen at all. I think that's absolute BS. If you ask me, when it comes to these kind of stories, I don't think we're ever going to get that guy. But there is other people we might be interested in, such as Victor Osimhen. Like, if you guys know Victor, Victor. In my opinion, Victor Osimhen is a quality striker, but there is no way Napoli is selling him at this moment in time. And also, Is he even worth the 90 million that people are reportedly saying he would be worth? Like, come on, 90 million. I don't know about that. I don't know if he's worth 90 million. So what I did was I asked a question. I asked a question to some people, see what they think about Victor Osimhen, what they think if he's worth the amount of money that we'd be willing to sell him for 90 million. So you guys let me know. Victor Osimhen, is he even worth the 90 million that they would be reportedly saying we'd be going for? Majority of people would say no, right? So there seems to be another situation. Arsenal target, his agent has dismissed any movements or any possibility of a transfer deal. Yes. The rumor is let me show you right here. Let me show you guys. Victor Osimhen's agent has said that he is not moving. If you guys want to see the article, below, Arsenal striker target agent dismisses the transfer talks. So Victor Osimhen's agent has dismissed any possibility of any of those transfer dealings. Yes. So that is that. And with Victor Osimhen being the man that he is, and Napoli wanting 90 million, I put out a question on Twitter to see what people thought and if they would even be interested in buying the striker for 90 million. And majority of people were not interested in buying him for 90 million. They thought Victor Osimhen was not worth the 90 million. They thought he would be too expensive for 90 million, and he's not worth the money. Ivan Toney over insert name. I hear you. The most too expensive to buy. Definitely hear that, Sean. Nunez over Osimhen. There you go. So if you guys want Nunez over Osimhen, there you go. People don't even want Victor Osimhen at this point. In my opinion, guys, Victor Osimhen is a baller. But is it worth the 90 million? Probably not. Is he worth 45, 50 million? Maybe. But 90 million? Nah, come on, guys. Come on. He's not worth 90 million. And is he even a prolific striker? Is he a prolific striker? Is he worth that money that we'd be willing that we'd have to pay to get him? I don't know. I question the signing of Victor Osimhen, in my opinion. I would question how much it would cost us to get a Victor Osimhen in. But yeah, let's move on to Darwin Nunez, because you guys want to talk about Darwin Nunez. So let's get into Darwin Nunez. Darwin Nunez is definitely one of the main conversations this whole. Nunez is going to be a conversation this whole summer, in my opinion. This whole upcoming window, he's going to be a big conversation point. Darwin Nunez is going to be a big conversation point this whole summer. So if you guys want to know what's happening with Darwin Nunez, I will tell you guys right now. Reports are his preferred move. Darwin Nunez's preferred move. Reports are that his preferred move would be to move to Liverpool, right? Arsenal or Tottenham, but is wary of Manchester United's current situation. Reported by The Sun. Yesterday, they reported that he would prefer to move to Liverpool, Arsenal, or Tottenham, or ahead of Manchester United. He does not want to move to Manchester United, as reported. Also, if I look into it deeper, the reason being, West Ham were interested in him. He does not want to move to West Ham. And also, West Ham would have to pay a lot more. When it comes to that, he also wants Champions League football. So he would like someone who is preferably playing Champions League football. So that would mean between Tottenham and Arsenal, we'd have to secure it before we go for him. Liverpool are also an option for him. But the fact that Liverpool recently played them and they've seen the scouting report with him, and he did not have one of the best games, even though he scored, I don't know if Liverpool would be after him. Technical ability-wise, I'm starting to question his technical ability, his touch, his movement, and everything else is outstanding. But there is some big red flags about Nunez. He is a prolific scorer. He does score goals at will. He scored 24 goals in 24 games over there at Benfica in the Portuguese league, but I really do question if Darwin Nunez would be the right guy for us at this moment in time. As you guys know, I'm fully in the Ivan Toney train. think about it this way: 20 million less, you get a Premier League proven player in Ivan Toney, who has good link-up play, good first touch. You don't have to worry about the technical ability in that side. When it comes to younger movement, already scoring goals, you can go for Darwin Nunez 100%. He's a quality player. But my opinion, guys, I would rather go for Ivan Toney. But giving you guys the news right now, Liverpool, Tottenham, and Arsenal are his preferred landing spots at this moment in time. And if that is the case, he could end up at Tottenham, he could end up at Arsenal, he could end up at Liverpool. But in the same way, you never know. You could also see him still stay in Benfica. You could still see him stay in Benfica. Stream merchant. Okay, so let's move on. We will return to the Sir Alex Ferguson days. You're funny. People, smash that like button. You already know what it is. Smash that like button. Hit that subscribe button while you guys are here. Let me know what you guys think about all the transfer news and all the transfer stories as we go along. As you know, we are already on that. Now we are on the next portion of the show. We are going to have to discuss Unai Emery and his Yellow Submarines pulling off a masterclass once again. Yes, Unai Emery's Yellow Submarines pulling off a masterclass once again, getting Champions League football, not by winning the Europa League, and now being in a semi-final of the Champions League, knocking out Juventus and knocking out Bayern Munich. This guy, Unai Emery, man, he is just something else. He continues to impress people always. Every single time you think he's done, he just seems to impress and impress and impress. So let's get into Unai Emery. Time to discuss Unai Emery, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, Unai Emery masterclass. That's what we witnessed yesterday. We witnessed the Unai Emery masterclass. This is why I got this here for you guys. It was an Unai Emery masterclass, ladies and gentlemen. Unai Emery, a guy that is in cup competitions. He is up there with the best managers in the world. Cup competitions, this is his bread and butter. Good evening. Yes, good. It was a good evening for Unai Emery yesterday. And Unai Emery's Yellow Submarines yesterday were one step closer to lifting that Champions League. Yes, they will have to face Liverpool. But click the like button, subscribe. If you guys would like, that would be really appreciated. Come outside, Adam says. Just funny. But yeah, I definitely do think Unai Emery deserves a lot of respect, man. Let's be honest, he deserves a lot of respect for what he's done at Villarreal. Team that should not be anywhere near where they are. And you know what? Big respects to Unai Emery for accomplishing what he's accomplished at Villarreal, getting them to a Champions League. Let's be honest, who would have ever thought he would get them to a Champions League semi-final? Like, that is impressive, to say the least. I put out this tweet yesterday. I wanted to congratulate Unai Emery, right, and Villarreal for knocking out Bayern Munich, but without bringing up Arsenal. And you can do it without bringing up Arsenal and Mikel Arteta, because it seems like everybody just wants to bring up Mikel Arteta and Arsenal now that Unai Emery has done this, right? It's almost like that's what people do. That's what people do. You see thing, and then the good evenings were all over the timeline. Everyone was saying good evening yesterday, but it's not even about that. Although I will drop the good evening meme for a second. Let me just tell you guys this. Unai Emery needs to be respected for his accomplishments in cup competitions. At Arsenal Football Club, he did not cut the mustard. He had to move on. But what he's doing right now at Villarreal should be still applauded, should be respected, should be given as a possible big accomplishment. But let me just show you how superior he is in European competitions. Unai Emery in European competitions, in his since 2014, has won the Europa League, finished in the round of 16s of the Champions League, finalist of the Europa League with Arsenal, and then finished winning the Europa League with Villarreal, and now semi-finals with Villarreal. Now, it is said to say with PSG, he only got to a round of 16 twice. But with Villarreal, he's about to better that by getting to the semifinals. It is very impressive. And I want to give Unai Emery a big round of applause. Now, we can have this conversation, Unai Emery, Arteta, if you guys want to. But in my opinion, it is a redundant conversation. We continue to have these boring conversations and talking points around should we have kept Unai Emery longer? Would we be in a better situation if we kept Unai Emery? But in my opinion, we wouldn't be. The reason being, have you got a sponsor over one? Egal, have you got sponsor over at One Football? No, I don't, man. But if you guys want to check out One Football, you can definitely do that. And if anyone knows any link ups, anyone knows any sponsors, send them my way. But while we're at it, hit that like button, guys, because we currently got 37 people in the chat. Yeah, Unai Emery, guys, you got to give it up to him. You can congratulate him for beating Manchester United in the Europa League final, beating Villarreal, Juventus, doing what he's doing. He's a good manager, but at his time at Arsenal, it just didn't work out. It just did not work out for him at his time at Arsenal. And let's not rewrite history, right? Let's not rewrite history and try to make it seem like he was better than he was, and we let him down. No, that was not what it was, right? Now, final two stories of the night, right? The final two stories of the night. We got another one here. Ruben Neves. Would you guys, Ruben Neves for 15 million? How crazy is that? Ruben Neves is being linked to Arsenal for 50 million pounds. Yes, 50 million. I think that's ridiculous. I think that is ridiculous to try to say Ruben Neves is worth 50 million. Now, if Ruben Neves was worth a respectable amount of money, how much would you guys buy him for? Be honest. How much would you be interested for Ruben Neves? I'm saying maybe I'll take him for 35, but anything more than that, I feel like it's a little bit too much. I just don't know. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Would you buy Ruben Neves for 50 million pounds? This is ridiculous in my opinion. Sky Sports are saying 50 to 60 million. That is what Wolves want. That is crazy talk. Let me show you guys. Wolves are smoking. I don't know what they're smoking. What is 50? He's worth 75 in my opinion. What? In today's market, what is 50 million? Of course, it's a Chelsea and United fan who's saying that. 50 million is a lot of money, guys. 50 million is a lot of money. And to say he's worth 50 to 60 million, I don't know about that, ladies and gentlemen. I get Ruben Neves a good footballer, but 50 to 60 million, come on. That's a lot of money. I don't know. I don't think I'll be willing to spend that type of money on Ruben Neves at this moment in time. I don't know about you guys. I don't think I'm going to be spending that type of money. I don't think I'm going to be spending that type of money on Ruben Neves. I would rather not and keep it moving in the transfer window. Let me know. Would you guys buy Ruben Neves for that type of money? No, for me. Definitely no for me. I just don't see the benefit in spending that type of money on this guy. Does not make sense to me. Definitely does not make any sense in my opinion. I think it's more likely that we would find another option at this point. I don't see spending 50, 60 million. I think you can find better bargains in the midfield for cheaper across world football. Arteta's got Europe all together. Qualifying for Europa is now an achievement. I don't think that is an achievement in my opinion. Champions League probably is. No, I would take him for cheaper, definitely. You paid 50 million for Ben White. Neves is worth more. I don't think so, man. You have to understand the English tax is a thing. Egal, do you remember Ben White cost 50 million? Xhaka cost 35 plus wages. I said you should pay more expensive. What? Like I said, we shouldn't pay more expensive money. Yeah. will end up. I don't think Arsenal's going to end up being broke, my guys. I do not think Arsenal's going to end up being broke, but I get where you're coming from, ladies and gentlemen. Finally, there is one more report, and this one here is very annoying. Yeah, it is an annoying report. About 14 minutes ago, there is a report that Arsenal were interested in a certain Álvaro Morata. Yes, Morata. We're linked to Morata again. The reports are, let me tell you guys what the report says. The report says Arsenal are interested in Morata. Yes, Arsenal are launching a £25 million bid to land Álvaro Morata from Atletico Madrid, and this is reported by The Sun. Okay. Also 35 million. No. That doesn't make sense. Yeah. So Arsenal to launch a £25 million bid for Álvaro Morata. Beats me how realistic this is, but I don't want Álvaro Morata. I think Álvaro Morata is a player in which when you sign him, you always think he is a solution, but he's not a solution to anything. He just turns into another player who's just a problem in your squad. Please do not sign Álvaro Morata. Please look past this signing. Please don't consider it. I just think Álvaro Morata is not good enough at this moment in time. But yeah, you guys can have that conversation another day. Álvaro Morata, let me know what you guys think. Álvaro Morata to Arsenal, for me, doesn't make any sense. But yeah, I'm going to head off. Anything you guys got to say before we go, let me know right now in the chat. Hope you guys are all doing well. Álvaro Morata does relatively well at Juventus, has wanted to keep him. I don't see this happening. I don't know if you know, but I think Juventus don't own Álvaro Morata. Atletico Madrid do, and he's currently on loan at Juventus, and I don't think they want to keep him. No thanks. Not celebrating. Not celebrating mentality. What? Talk about UEFA Champions League chances. Oh, our chances to get into the top 4 right now. In my opinion, we are now no longer the favorites to get Champions League football. In my opinion, top 4 chances have changed based on the fact that we lost back-to-back games. Our chances of getting top 4 have dwindled a little bit, but I still believe we can do it. We just need to work a little bit harder now. It's not going to be as easy as before, where before it was all in our hands. We now need Tottenham to drop points, and we need to continue to fight and get up there. I would say, you know what? It's no longer. It used to be like 50. It used to be like 60% Arsenal, 70% Arsenal. Now it's like 30% Arsenal. And with the injuries with Thomas Partey, Kieran Tierney, Tomiyasu, it's not getting any easier. So I think we're guaranteed 5th, but we need to focus on trying to at least get as high as possible and get that 4th place. If Tottenham do not drop off, we're not going to get it. If we continue at the rate that we're at, where we lost 2 games in a row, we're not going to get it. We need to focus on Southampton, get the 3 points, and we'll see if Brighton can beat Tottenham. Because if Brighton beat Tottenham and we beat Southampton, we're back in the driving seat. And I'll take it one game at a time, my friend. I'll take it one game at a time. Edu needs to go. Edu's Edu, guys. He's not going nowhere at this moment in time. That's just the unfortunate reality that we live in, right? Anyways, I'm going to head it off there. You guys have yourselves a wonderful, wonderful day. Hope everybody enjoys themselves. Enjoy your Ramadan. Enjoy your wonderful Wednesday. Man City are going to be playing the Champions League tonight, so of course that's another thing to do. I'll be back with Vibes on the 6th tomorrow, and I will have another stream. I'll have another stream Friday. Big up to everybody who's watching. I see you, my guy Sean. I see you, Wine Night. You guys have yourselves a wonderful, wonderful day.